Good Morning Macarthur.
In this episode, cheerleading stars, Paul's push, Falun Dafa celebrates, Wizarding World, and Multicultural Festival. The Macarthur Multicultural Children's Festival returned for the second year to celebrate cultural diversity like never before.
Well, it's a beautiful day, but there's nothing more special about today than seeing our community coming together and celebrating multiculturalism. Second year around, and look at these numbers. I think it speaks for itself.
I'm delighted to see the return of this fantastic festival to our beautiful Koshagaya Park for a second year. It's fantastic to see the many young people here to share their culture with our people, but it's just as amazing to see them learning about the customs and practices of the other people who live in this city.
Better than last year actually, and it improved a lot. It's really good. I can see everyone happy and it's really successful.
The success of the event, of course, is really based on the turnout, and what a turnout it has been. Brian, to you and to your committee, a wonderful success. Mr. Huynh, thank you for your visionary all those years ago and for bringing it to Macarthur. I'm so proud to be able to represent, along with my colleagues here, we represent a community that lives in harmony despite our cultural backgrounds, and wherever we come from, we are celebrating what it means to be Australian, to share the values we hold dearly, and that's respect, mutual understanding, and also cultural acceptance and our diversity.
The Campbelltown Chamber of Commerce are very proud to support it for the second year. Anything that brings this community together, I see, is always a positive for the whole of Macarthur.
So many people coming together from so many communities. That's what the festival is all about, and I think festivals like this, we need more of them because we need to celebrate our community's two biggest assets, our children and multiculturalism.
What a wonderful day. Brian and his people, all people that's involved, has put it together. Once again, as always, he's a champion bloke. I'd like you to clap, give Brian a clap. Yeah, Brian! Woo! I've got to say this, but this is my little chuck-in. They're going to learn to cook some damper, these fellas. You know, bit of burragung tea and a bit of damper.
Oh, I think it went amazing today. Like, everyone's really happy, and like the entertainment was really good. I thought it went really good.
Well done. Well, great event. Well put on. The team and the committee, you've just done a wonderful job. You've outdone yourself once again, and I look forward to what you're going to come up with next year, because I'm sure it's going to be amazing as well.
It's great to see so many old friends here today, and so many friends whose families have come from across the seas to Australia as well. And I can see the future with optimism when I see the talents of our wonderful young people, particularly looking at our young Miss Master of Ceremonies. She is fantastic. Our singer who sang our national anthem, the dancers, the people in the band, all the community groups have come together and demonstrate the skills and the intelligence and the future for Macarthur.
Macarthur Multicultural Children Festival is very successful. Beautiful weather, good crowd, everybody is happy. Our volunteers work very hard, and we look around, you see, beautiful.
Yeah, I love going up on stage and also talking to all the people performing as well, getting to learn their culture and that.
This Children's Festival celebrates our wonderful diversity and ability to live together. Children from many different backgrounds have come together today to show off their heritage and culture.
I think this is an amazing day. It's so wonderful walking around here. I've come here all the way from Coogee, and I think this is such a beautiful celebration of multiculturalism and how we share our cultures, and how, you know, particularly with younger generations and younger kids, sharing our different cultural values so that we have really deep understandings and we can breed harmony.
As chairperson for the 24-hour fight against cancer Macarthur, I'd like to thank the committee for allowing us to be the chosen charity today. Although there are a lot of other charities here doing things, which is great, and we enjoy, you know, the Campbelltown spirit together in what we do everywhere.
I think one of the best additions we had this year was the Harmony Walk conducted by Ernie Freelander, and we all heard the powerful story he has about harmony.
it certainly enhances our vision, and it shows that there's an opportunity for people to unite and get to know each other better, overcoming prejudice, stereotyping, branding, and it's important that people get to know each other better, because as it is, we're all human beings, and there's a lot more that unites us than what divides us.
Follow the yellow brick road. 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 Follow the yellow brick road.
The S2S All-Stars are hard at work polishing their cheerleading routines ahead of a US trip to compete once again on the world stage.
It's in April next year, April and May. We have 2 competitions that we're going to take 2 teams to. We have a Worlds team to enter the World Championships in Orlando in Florida, and then we have Brooks' team, which is the Summit team. So it's another big competition over there that it's for the slightly lower levels than the Worlds team. Being our first time last time, we were a little bit overwhelmed with the trip itself and getting the teams ready, but we feel like this time, having a bit more experience, we've got a lot more things that we would like to put into the works. Our planning will be a lot better, and the kids are a lot more excited because I think they know the routine over there and how the competition works. We came 10th in the world in the World Championships, and we came 4th in the world in the Summit, and our goal is to just try and better those results.
Just making sure that we know the scorecard and having the right things in there and training them right so the routine's safe and ready and they're confident to compete.
Yeah, we're happy with progress. We're doing really well, and we usually at this point in time we're a bit iffy with the routine, but we've got it pretty solid. So
mostly tumbling skills. They have to have specific tumbling skills for every level to meet the scorecard.
So there's like the higher level tumbling and there's like the easy level. I'm in the middle.
And then the stunts takes a lot as well. There's 4 people holding up a stunt, and it takes a lot of work and time to
Teamwork.
make sure it works.
Teamwork and technique to just to hit it consistently every time is obviously a goal that we want before the kids get there, so that they feel confident in the routine before they hit there.
So we usually start creating the routines in January, and they usually get ready, like complete around March, and then we just practice them over and over. It takes basically the whole year. The biggest comp is at the end of the year in November, so we perfect the routine all the way up to there.
When you first get like a move and when the coaches tell you like go try this, it's pretty hard to like do the dance straight away, like because like sometimes it doesn't take first try and you got to just keep trying.
So you can't just take a team over from Australia and compete. You actually have to be awarded a position by the event providers in Australia. So we need to go to a competition, we need to qualify, we need to be one of the top teams to be given permission to take our routine and compete it in America.
I'm Gerald Keneally from Keneally's Funeral Services. We're a family-owned and operated funeral service. We offer personalised, respectful, affordable funeral services as well as prepaid funeral plans. In your time of need, let our family care for your family.
The other Superman, Paul Lunari, completed his annual push to 6 local schools to raise awareness for the 24-hour fight against cancer, MacArthur.
Another year, Brian, and it was fantastic. We actually had our first kindergarten this year, and I loved it. There was no shortage of questions. How do I get dressed? But I'm used to those types of questions. I get how do I have a shower, how to go to the toilet, all those kind of things. So, I mean, it's great. Children are inquisitive, and this is an opportunity for children in that forum to kind of ask those types of questions. You know, the more information you can provide the children, I think it's fantastic, because then they can start learning at that young age, and then things like that just don't become taboo to talk about, which is great. One of the things for that the event's done as well is it also motivated or inspired children who've been impacted by cancer in some way to actually use our visits as a bit of a forum or medium to talk about it, where maybe they haven't had that opportunity to do that before. So I think that's also the magic of this event, and it's a bit of a byproduct of what we do, but I think it's such an important byproduct. This is actually a really positive for me to have this forum to talk to young children particularly about disability and the concepts of disability and maybe the perception of disability, or in actual fact the misconception around disability. And so to talk about my experience and what it was like for me to transition from a young child who could walk around to a young child who was wheeling a chair around, and I guess the nuances in regards to how I saw myself is really important. And I actually didn't see myself any different than walking or wheeling, and the chair had never been a deficit. And I talk about that because I think there's still a bit of a misnomer that, having a disability, there's all these barriers to it. Well, I don't believe that. I think a lot of the barriers are actually caused by society, whether that's lack of physical access, and I think that those barriers are easy to remove, and we need to work hard as a collective community to do that. But I also believe that those attitudinal barriers, I can change those a lot easier by just having conversations with people, conversations with young people about the facts of what it's like, and then they're more accepting and embracing of difference, whether that's someone with disability or someone from another country or whatever. So I think the more we have those types of conversations openly and feel safe to do so, then I think that's fantastic. I really like to keep busy. I've had some wonderful opportunities to work with some wonderful people. I'm doing a movie. It was a very small role, but it's a significant role on a film called Little Monsters, and it'll be released this year. It had its premiere at the Sundance Film Festival this year in January, and it got rave reviews. I also was invited by the Guinness Book of World Records last year to perform in Rome, Italy for a TV show, which I did. And I did that with my coach Melise Avion, and we were asked to beat 60 revolutions in 60 seconds, and we actually got 77, so we got our world record, and that performance is going to be showcased in the 2020 Guinness Book of World Records book this year, which is released in a couple of weeks.
Calling all Macarthur businesses. Now's the time to join Campbelltown Chamber of Commerce, the fastest growing chamber in Macarthur. Benefits of being a member include networking with like-minded business owners and gaining expert advice from great speakers at each meeting like Michael Clark, Daniel Giel, Brooke Hanson, Nick Farr-Jones and more. So if you want to connect, collaborate and cultivate with local businesses, join now. Go to campbelltownchamber.com.au and follow the link.
Wingardium Leviosa! Harry Potter fans, together with assorted wizards and witches, converged on Ozfun Land for the inaugural Macarthur's Wizarding World.
Follow the yellow brick road. 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 Follow, follow, follow the yellow brick road. Follow, follow.
The local Falun Dafa community joyously celebrated the very essence of Chinese culture ahead of the Shenyang Productions visit to Sydney.
The Moon Festival actually falls on the 15th day of 8th month according to Chinese lunar calendar. So this is the second important festival in Chinese culture. So basically people celebrate this day because the moon is fullest, round, a symbol of prosperity, harvest, also harmony. So we bring community together to share the joy and the culture of this tradition, and we have great time, right? Yes. And this is the moon cake we have. Have a look. Have a look. Is it yummy? So, yeah, it looks very yummy. There are different fillings in it. This is a very popular one. You can see there is a preserved egg yolk in it. It symbolizes the moon. Yeah, Shenyang is coming in Capital Theatre, Sydney Capital Theatre, next March from 4th to 15th. I'm not sure how many of you know Shenyang. The mission of Shenyang is to revive traditional Chinese culture through universal language, music, and dance. So every year since 2007, they tour around the world with a live orchestra which combines Western and Eastern traditional Chinese musical instruments. Probably it's a very, very unique one. And the different thing makes Shenyang unique from other performances. It really brings the purity and the wisdom of ancient Chinese culture, which sustained for 5,000 years.
It's really beautiful. I watch it every year, and it's really surprised that I grown up in China, but I don't know my traditional culture until I seen Shenyang.
Falun Dafa is a traditional meditation practice. If anyone understand a little bit about traditional Chinese culture, they definitely know Chinese culture is rooted in Buddhism, Taoism, Confucianism, and what Falun Gong teaches is really rooted in the traditional Chinese culture. What has been lost since 1949, Buddhism, Taoism is really gone through Cultural Revolution. The aim of Cultural Revolution is called destroy full old culture, old tradition, old customs, old habits, things. This is why we have passion to bring the traditional Chinese culture to the community.
And every Saturday or so from 12:30 to 1:30, we had a group meditation in the Koshigaya Park. Yes, it's free classes, everyone can join and learn. It's a beautiful practice. It helps us every day. Peace of mind, uplift energy, harmony life. It's beautiful.